Good morning. This is my second attempt at this one, and I was 4.5 minutes into the other one, but then I said a bad word. I said the F word, and I promise I won't swear in these videos because I know people watch these with their kids in the background, so I was quite annoyed at that. But anyway, I've got to stick to the way I run the page, and that's what I'm doing. So it was my fault for being a thing. I blame Russell Mark for getting me angry. So Falkirk away today, 3 o'clock kickoff. Falkirk will come at us, and rightly so, and you just know who's going to score the winner. Wee Scotty Arfield will score that winner, and he might be the guy that gets Russell Martin the sack. I know the only person that's getting Russell Martin the sack is Russell Martin. Listen, I'm normally up for games, even up to the European game tonight. I'm normally up for matches. Even standing here now, 3.5 hours, 4 hours before the kickoff, what the feeling I've got, it's like going past a car crash. It's like, what's happening in there? It's that. Do you know what I mean? It's not. I'm looking forward to Rangers playing football. I'm looking forward to the reaction off the field. What happens this weekend? And that's an absolutely disgusting and terrible way to think about the football team that we all love. It's horrible. You know what I mean. It's not a normal feeling. It's like, what's going to happen? I think the decision's already been made. I think he'll be away on Monday. maybe not. I don't know. But it's international break, and Russell Martin, I said yesterday, I don't want to repeat myself, but his interview yesterday, what we saw on Sky Sports News, that's a guy that knows he's away. That wasn't the usual cocky, arrogant, up himself, unless he's in a shot across the bows off the other, say, be more human, have a bit more humility about yourself when you're talking to the press. The fans don't like it, or whether, I mean, I know he reads social media. He's more or less quoted half of his on here, but in his interview. But yeah, it's not a nice feeling. Do I think we'll win? Nah, I don't. I think if we get a draw, it's a decent result. That's how bad we are, you know. But I do think the next man has been picked. I'm not going to do a post about who I think the next manager will be until he's gone. I've got my own ideas. What I do know is, what I'm certain for, the managers that will be in the frame for it, we can already name them anyway. The ones that do want it, they'll have alerted their agents. Listen, when that job comes up, let them know I'm interested. And there's people, and I've said this myself, there's nobody will come near Rangers. Yeah, they will. The main thing that they'll want is backing from the board. And Russell Martin's had that, let's be honest, because I don't think the players are as bad as some say. There's some crap there, but there's some good players as well that will flourish under a new manager. But that just lets them play football. You work to the strengths of the players, you don't work to the strength of the manager. The manager looks at the players and says, all right, he does that, he does that, he does that. Okay, right, let's make a team that works for those players. You don't try and do this Pep Brazil, Man City, Barcelona stuff that we can't do with the players we've got. There's about 10 teams in the world can do that, you know. So it's awkward, and I hate feeling like this. I hate this feeling of, it's like, again, watching a swan necking going past a car crash, and that's not a good thing to do, especially about the football team that we love. It's just, where does this end? But like I say, I think the decision's been made. I think he knows he's gone. And I think all I want tomorrow, 12 o'clock, news flash in Sky Sports News, all the media lights up on Twitter and social media saying they've had an email off Rangers saying Rangers FC can today confirm Russell Martin has left the club. So-and-so is taken over an interim until we find a full-time manager. The search for a new manager has started in earnest. Is that the right phrase? So, yeah, he's left the club. We wish him all the best, so don't darken our doorsteps again. It's terrible what he's done to the fans. And the one thing is, do you know what? See in the page. This is just in my head. There's no arguments. There's not often arguments on the page. It's just, but there's been next to none because he's United is all well already. Normally there was somebody wanting to keep him, but and another one off the bat. That's me 48,000 follows or likes or whatever it is. Thank you. And yesterday, a couple of lads helped me. There was a couple of fans of other teams got through the net, and they helped me sound them out. What happens is when I post this video, there's a drop down. It says followers only. For anyone to comment, they've got to have followed the page for 24 hours or 48 hours. I can't remember what it is. So they've actually physically liked the page, followed the page, and made the comments. That's why sometimes they they get through now and again. So I apologise if you ended up arguing with that guy yesterday. I missed it, but luckily you helped me. You guys, girls, helped me moderate the page. I won't say who helped me, but you know who you are. Thank you very, very much. There was two 2 yesterday. That's great. It makes my life a lot easier. But yeah, so I'll do the pay. I'm not putting any coupon on today. I'm not sure what the early kickoff is in England. Hopefully, it's a decent game. I know there's a couple of decent games today, isn't there? But let's see what happens with Rangers today. I will not be putting a coupon on because I'm rubbish. But I will. I'll put the usual post up later on. What your prediction for the score? I think see if we get a draw today. That's fine. That's another one. I don't know if I mentioned this or it was the video I made a backside of. And I want Rangers to win. I don't want us to lose. But I 100% understand why people want us to lose this game because hopefully they'll see it as it's another. It ensures Martin's gone. My thinking of it is, if there's a new manager coming in, that's 3 points he can do with at the end of the season. That's the way I think about it. But I don't hold it against anyone that wants that, you know. So anyway, if you're sitting with a hangover, hope it cures. Hope you get a fry up in you. I've had a cup of coffee, so I'm a bit hyped up. I hardly drink coffee. If you're still banging at it from last night, keep going, man. It's all right. Don't worry. Tuesday's miles away when that turns up. Terrible Tuesday. Monday will be all right at work when you're still out your dial. But anyway, let's see what happens today. Cheers.